7 days of Kwanzaa. 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 Umoja, Kwanzaa Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Umba, Imani, Nguzo Saba. 7 days of Kwanzaa. 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 Umoja, Kwanzaa Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Umba, Imani, Nguzo Saba. 7 days of Kwanzaa.
Habari, Gani. All right, we're going to be more upbeat. Habari, Gani. Ujima. So today, hopefully everybody is enjoying their third day of Kwanzaa. And today is, like I said, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Very important, you know, that's a very important component to any working relationship or community. So again, welcome to the third day. I hope you enjoyed your first and second day. First day being unity, umoja, and the second day, kujichagulia, which is self-determination. Like that.
Yes. Glad to be here with everybody. Again, collective work and responsibility. So we're going to tap in, talk a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about I believe we left off yesterday on
self-determination.
I think it was the activities of Kwanzaa. So we'll talk a little bit more, get more in depth about how to commemorate this time.
Mm-hmm. So I say but this is one of my favorite principles. All of them are good. There's seven of them, which represent the 7 days that we do celebrate. Again, collective work and responsibility. All right, this principle goes into unity as well as self-determination. Again, we cannot do any of this alone. We can't work alone. We can't educate our children alone. We can't, maintain our relationships alone. We always need support from another source, whether that be, I guess, somebody here or, a higher being, if that's your thing. But we definitely need to come together when we're trying to accomplish goals, any type of goals we're trying to accomplish. It starts with us, yes, but eventually we wanted to spread out to the community. And not only that, we wanted to benefit the community as well. So hopefully we've all been out there today, and this whole year we've been doing that. And like I said, again, being in Birmingham during this time, I know that we have been. Like I said, we've been doing so many things, especially vending wise, and just all the artists out there, all the yogis and all the healers and dancers and singers. Just we have a lot going on in our community, and we've all been supporting each other. So we do want to thank definitely our home, the Crescent Cultural Community Center, and Brother Ansky, and well, Uncle Ansky. I'm gonna still call you Uncle, and his wife, Sister Erin. We appreciate y'all and y'all family and all the great things y'all have brought, just to the village, just in the short time we've known y'all. So thank you.
Yeah, so we live by the philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because we are. So in our community, that's how it works. If one part of our community is off and everything else is working, that still means something's wrong or we're not in tangent. So everybody has to play their part to advance our community, especially like we talked yesterday with unity within the family, community, and a nation. The same thing goes with the collective work and responsibility. We are all responsible for each other, period. Uh, so yeah, I guess we can.
We're gonna get into the PowerPoint that Almighty put together, a great PowerPoint. So we're just gonna continue on from where we were yesterday. And again, today's principle is Ujima, collective work and responsibility, to strive to build and maintain our community together and make our sisters and brothers' problems our problems, and to solve them together. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right. So again, making all of our problems each other's problems is definitely another important component here. So we can't feel like sister such and such is going through that and she has to go through that by herself. Or this child is going through this, and no, we should never have to feel alone, because if everybody put us down every time we did something wrong, we'd be pretty messed up. So we all have to, we gotta be compassionate and more kind to each other.
And it's up to us to solve our own issues, right? To solve our own problems. It's up to us. We don't have to look outside of our community to solve the issues that plague our community. That's up to us. That's up to each individual to play their part, to use their talents, their skills, to solve the issues of our community, to create, things like Kwanzaa to help, um, advance cultural aspects of our community, so on and so forth. So again, collective work and responsibility, something that we should be practicing on a family level, again, the community level, in 365, right? It goes hand in hand with unity.
Right. And again, bring it back to what you just said about Kwanzaa. That's how this whole commemoration was created, because of collective work and responsibility. It wasn't just one person. Excuse me. It started as an idea with one person, but it took many, many people to get it to where it is today. So, Ashe, we appreciate you all as well for putting this together for us and giving us something to have just for us.
Right.
So let's jump back into the activities of Kwanzaa.
So pouring tambiko or pouring libations. That's something we saw the children do yesterday. And with the pouring libations is an ancestral roll call. This comes out of the book we have here that was written by Karinga, but this is an example of libation statement of how we bring forth the ancestors when we pour our libations, how we bring them into the space, and this is an example. The Harambe. At the end of each Kwanzaa session, we do the Harambe, and the Harambes are called the unity and collective work and struggle. Harambe was a chant continental Africans use when pulling, and thus is generally meaning is let's all pull together.
Yes,
So,
and we do that 7 times at the end of each Kwanzaa session or Kwanzaa commemoration. Like I said, you hold your right hand up, you put your right arm. No, I'm just kidding. But you hold we hold our right arm up and pull down 7 times, as in pulling, signifying pulling together. One of my favorite activities to do at Kwanzaa, definitely. All right, and then we have the lighting of the mashuma, which are the 7 candles. The candle lighting ceremony, central to the celebration of Kwanzaa, takes place at a time when all members of the family are present. Children are encouraged to take an active role in all activities. So again, the lighting of the mashuma. Actually, our daughter Sunshine lit one of the candles last night. So again, like they said, it's activity in which all members of the family are present. And again, the children are definitely encouraged to be involved in all Kwanzaa activities, as they are our future, and they will be carrying on this commemoration for years to come.
That's a picture of me a couple years ago.
Right.
Like a fire starter. So yeah.
All right.
It just talks about Umoja night, because that's one of the most important nights, unity. The black candles lit first on the first day of the celebration, and the remaining candles are lit afterwards from left to right on the following days. This procedure is to indicate that the people come first, then the struggle, then the hope that comes from the struggles.
Absolutely. So the first night, the black candle is lit, the unity candle. Now we go to the Karamu. Oh, definitely one of my favorites as a real foodie. Is the feast. So that is a feast on December 31st where everyone comes together. Well, what we did here, I know in Birmingham a couple years ago, we did, well, before COVID, we did a potluck Karamu, and it was just amazing. Everybody just showcased their talents, and it was just great. But again, the Karamu is also a central activity of Kwanzaa. The night of Karamu is December 31st. The Karamu can be celebrated at home, school, or a cultural center, or at an organization's headquarters. For Kwanzaa, Karamu are exciting and enjoyable events, and children should be able to participate in them. Participate in them in some meaningful manner.
And again, the children are most important during this time. They should be involved in every single aspect of Kwanzaa. So the next part we have here is the Siku Ya Tamuli. And this is the day of assessment, the day of meditation, right?
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to step out for a second. So this is, yes, the day of assessment or day of meditation is noted in the first fruit celebration of the Akan by J.B. Danquois. He states that the Akan have one day during the first fruits harvest in which they simply engage in quiet reflection. This is very important. Hopefully I believe this is January 1st where we do this, and hopefully we can get Olarifa or one of our healers definitely to do this for the community. It's going to be great. The idea on this day is to maintain a quiet, humble, and calm attitude with regards to oneself and towards one's neighbors. It is thus a good time for reassessment and recommitment on a personal and family level. So sometimes we learn the best in silence. So this is what, this aims to do, where we sit, listen to nature, the universe, our ancestors, and to our conscious mind, our conscious spirit. So yes.
Again, the Karamu is also my favorite time of feasting. That's usually the community, the biggest community gathering, where we have our elders and everybody of the community there. So it's my favorite day by far.
Yes, and we break bread together. That's something very intimate about that, about eating together and trusting that the food that you're eating is okay and the person that made it prepared it with love. Yeah.
So again, we're here with collective work and responsibility. You want to add?
I don't know. I just think that we should do this intentionally. Again, as we should do all 7 principles, or at least try our best to commit to these 7 principles 365 when we can, because we do live in these earthly bodies, y'all. We understand that, but just to try to do the best we can with these principles, because I mean, I don't think they can steer you wrong if we stick to them, honestly and truly. So that's just what I want to add. Yes.
And like Z just said, these principles are made to advance our community. It's not just something put on paper, something that's an action. It's an action that we have to take. So again, these principles, this ceremony of Kwanzaa, all this is put together for us to practice on a 365 basis. And it's what does it look like when we are free? What does it look like when we build and name ourselves and have the self-determination to be who we are? And how do we get along? What is our set of values that we share that we know we're going to stick to as a
Yes.
society,
Mm-hmm.
as brothers and sisters,
Without having to tell each other.
without having a set of principles that's innate in us.
Right.
We talk about M.A.D and the 42 laws of M.A.D. Things that are African centered that we can all pledge to. So this is a start right here with these 7 principles. And collective work and responsibility, again, your problem is my problem. We all in this together. And the only way that we advance, only way that we get free is together.
Right. And I just want to add, even if you feel you don't have the direct line or the direct resources in yourself to help someone, we all know someone that knows someone that knows someone. So at least we could try to point each other in the right direction if we ourselves feel like we can't do the job per se. But like I said, we can always send each other on the correct journey, hopefully, in love. So help me find a babysitter, a therapist, a pediatrician. We have to, like I said, we have to continuously do things together to feel invested in each other, to even feel like our problems are each other's problems. So once our babies go to school together and something's happening there, yes, all of our problems are the same because they are all in this space. If something's going on at our cultural center, yes, we feel it because we all occupy this space for some reason or another. So yes, let's respect each other and let's always do our part in this collective work.
I say. So you want to light our the next candle?
Well, we have, yes. So we have 2 lit right here, and they blazing back here too. Yes, y'all. Again, I love candles. It doesn't bother me. First of all, let me move my rocking chair. It's very comfortable, by the way. Been in my family for some generations, y'all. It's still here. Ooh, the vegetables are split. Okay, so like I said, we lit our unity candle that was Sunday. Yesterday we have our red candle, and we do it from the middle to the far left, and then we come back to the far right, and then we go inside. Boom, boom, boom. But we're gonna go through the actual. I don't know if y'all can see me in there, but as long as you can see the table. We're gonna go through the symbols on the table actually. So first things first is we have the mkeka, which is the straw mat, and it represents the foundation. Everything is set on top of the mkeka. Everything is set on top of the foundation, just like we do. And family, community, and this is, in our village. Lights out. Oh, you may unplug it from back there, but it's okay. Can we still? Yeah, it's still good. All right, so that's the mkeka. Like I said, it represents the foundation. And then here we have the mazal. The mazal represents the first fruits. It also represents all of the hands that were laboring to get the harvest. So again, like I said, this is what Kwanzaa is all about, is reaping the benefits of what we put into the earth, what we put into our, community, is getting all the goodies from that. So this is the mazal. And then we have our kanara here, which is the candle holder, and it represents the origins from which all Africans of the diaspora have came from, where we are now, and where we will be in the future. So that's the Kanar, the candle holder. And then we have the Mashuba Saba, which are the 7 candles, which represent the 7 principles. Um, and then again, they're in red, black, and green, which the black represents the people, the green represents the land, and the red represents the blood that was shed, for our freedom. And then we have our Muhindi, which is the corn, and it represents the children. So you are supposed to put an ear of corn for each child that is in your home, and then you put an extra one for the community children. So we have 3 children in our home, and then we have our extra one for the community children right here. Very important, because without the children, we will not grow, period. And then we have our Kikombe Cha Umoja, which is our unity cup. And it represents just that. It represents all of the great things and all of the maybe not so good things that have happened to us, but we always stood together in unity. So that is what this cup represents. And then we have the Zawadi, which is the gift. And Zawadis are the gifts for Kwanzaa are supposed to be like handmade gifts, educational gifts, thoughtful gifts, not electronics or phones and game systems and things like that. So it's they're supposed to be, like I said, educational tools for the children to use. And our books, and we have our books over here. And again, our feature book for this Kwanzaa is 7 Beaded Bangles, which was written by one of our own elders, Sister Yvette Chapman. And it's a very, like I said, very great book for adults and children to have. And it's about a whole village of, a whole community of people, particularly a grandmother and her grandsons that actually run a whole Kwanzaa ceremony, and all of the community really show how all of those principles have helped them throughout the year. So I like that book. It's great, and I recommend you all go get it. 7 Beaded Bangles. You can get it from Coffee and Books. Yes.
Homecoming.
Right. He gets coffee from there, y'all. But yes, they have a bookstore here too. We can get it from there, I believe, or Amazon. I know you can get it on Amazon as well. So, you know what else? We forgot. No, we didn't, because we're not off yet. But I have to go get some water for libations, because we always have to do libations before we do anything. So, you talk to the people before. While I go get the.
So I'm gonna light the next candle for everybody. Again, collective work and responsibility. It's up to all of us.
All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. Yes, we can never, ever forget to do libations. But it ain't over till it's over, so it ain't over yet. All right. Again, libations is to honor all of those ancestors who came before us, who laid this foundation for us, and many, many others who are unnamed as well. But again, we say our names of the people who have influenced us the most, and we say Ashe afterwards. So I'm going to start with my grandmother, Ali Pugh.
Mama Rod.
Ashe. Ashe. George Jackson. Ashe. Queen Mother McKenya.
Ashe.
Ida Wells. Marcus Garvey. I'm going to add one more. Always. Ashe. And for all of those ancestors that we don't know their names or who were not named, but we still know that they definitely helped us get to where we are today. Without them, we wouldn't be here. We say, Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. All right. Oh, you lit the candle. Yay. All right. So we got our candles lit. Yay. So we have our Unity Umoja candle lit. We have our Uji Chagulia, our self-determination candle. And then tonight we did Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Yes. Harambe, y'all. It's been a week, but we're going to make it. Kwanzaa 2021 has been historical already for us, but we're gonna get through this. It's great. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year. Black August as well, but Kwanzaa is definitely one of my favorites. So, and I love candles. They represent so much. So, yes, thank y'all for.
Yes,
Let me get back in here.
We'll tap in back tomorrow.
Yes, we'll. Okay, there I am. But we'll be back tomorrow, day 4, which is Ujima. So hopefully, again, y'all enjoyed the Kwanzaa celebrations tonight. Are we back? Hey, yeah, we are. All right. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened there. But yes, we'll be back tomorrow. And Habari, Gani, Ujima. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy your Kwanzaa.
Yes, peace, peace.
7 days of Kwanzaa. 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 Umoja, Kalia.